cat food ore.
Hmm?
8 stacks of diamond blocks on it.
On the capacitor project?
Yeah.
Oh.
And granted, I'm not too worried about that, to be perfectly honest.
I don't think the laser drill's going to pull up diamond ore with this filter on it.
It has been.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the only place it could have come from. Because quarries pull up diamonds.
How much diamond ore came through?
35 that I saw.
That's not bad.
No, especially not since we're already meeting our needed fuel requirements for the reactor. Everything else is just, extra.
Bonus, yeah. I mean, if I could make it where it just pulled up fuel...
Yeah.
At the same volume of total mass without being mixed with other stuff, I'd be happy with that.
That would be pretty boss.
As it is, we're doing fine and getting some extra stuff out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard to complain. Okay, the capacitors will be done crafting pretty soon.
I've been throwing them down as they're crafted.
Oh, okay. I was actually going to come upstairs to start working on that.
Well, you can. I've got a stack. I'm sure there's more done.
Most likely.
No, what's going on? Damn it! I'm gonna blame Angel. There's nothing to do with her, but, I was trying to bother her with that song the other day, so I'm gonna blame her.
Of course. Alright, I've got the last 45 of them, apparently.
Alright. I'm just finishing up with, this. Got 4 billion... Oh, 6.8 billion is our current capacity.
There's 7.
Yep. This is a bit ridiculous, especially since it's more than half full.
If we had more turbines, it would probably be closer to full.
Yeah. We may actually end up having to make this larger.
Well, again, it comes down more to how we use our energy.
So, at this point, the answer to how we should use our energy seems to be willy-nilly. Because otherwise, we're just going to be effectively wasting energy.
Yes, I don't really think we need to worry about economizing.
No. Interesting.
Oh, okay. What'd you do now?
I'm just trying all the different things to see what happens, yeah.
I don't think we need 2 bars.
Nah.
But I'm good with the one status screen, though.
Yeah. I was just hoping I could make it look more ridiculous. 4.9 billion, close to 5 billion RF in reserve. This has gotten a bit out of hand, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this has made our system outside obsolete, the old capacitor array.
I guess I'm gonna go disconnect the input to it. That way everything...
And we can harvest the Tesseract off of that, too.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't there a couple Tesseracts on that?
Yeah, but right now they're all hooked to output and going directly into this, so... There's no need for it.
Didn't we put the wireless energy things, did we put those on there? No, we hooked them up to the auxiliary reactor.
Yeah.
Well, which is it?
Don't know. I'm taking down bits, and I'll let you know once I figured out what the hell is underneath all the obsidian.
I'm going to go down and look at the auxiliary reactor.
Alright. Well, right now I'm taking... Yeah, the auxiliary reactor probably has a bunch of crap hooked up to it.
Which is fine to leave alone, because...
Yeah. Alright, here's... Alright, I've disconnected all of the wires. It was wired directly into the battery bank. So, when I disconnected it, all of the energy should now be flowing into the single tesseract connected to it. I'm not sure that tesseracts have an upper limit.
They're not supposed to, but I'm not up there anymore to monitor and see, so...
Either way, it's probably getting a much larger energy flow right now.
Could be. I'm sure by the time either of us gets back to it, it'll be full.
Let's see how quickly these batteries are emptying in a minute.
Okay,
Fast
yeah,
enough?
our RF entanglers are on the auxiliary reactor, which is fine to just leave them there, because...
I might as well take some of these redstone, or take whatever redstone batteries are already drained. That way, death. Which comes to us all, Orokusaki. These things are such just ass pain to make, and this battery bank may be completely empty at this point. Oh god, no. Alright, that's where the energy still is. So.
Like, we could probably leave the auxiliary reactor just there to power our suits.
May as well.
Because it is completely capable of doing that.
Hmm.
And it barely uses any fuel.
Yeah.
Like these hoppers you have here for the fuel feed system, one of them is still completely full, and the other one has, like, only 1.5 slots depleted. And I don't think we've refilled those since we got the system set up.
No. Oh god.
So we can pretty much just leave that alone.
My inventory is actually full of resonant energy cells. I need to clear space.
Well, throw them in the computer.
I'm nowhere near the computer. That is the problem.
Return to the computer?
Oh, fair enough. Return to the computer. Alright, where is the nearest sky hole? Alright, so... yeah, all these energy cells. God, they're filling because they're in my inventory. Let's keep throwing them in the reactor. Or not the reactor. I'm putting my Quidditch cell down somewhere. I'll put that in the computer for now. That way, the next group I bring won't start filling up. And you left the game. Now, the question is, did my internet go out or his? I suppose only time will tell. That's my internet. Bitchin'. Alright. No, Skype, I don't want to rate you. I now need to text him. This is gonna be... This is, you know, professionalism here. Go on. So, I'll, Alright, so I'll give it a little bit while I wait for him to, you know, get back to me. And hopefully he'll actually get back to me, even though he muted his phone. But I'll talk while this is going on, so that at least it's not dead air. Because, you know, dead air is something that should be avoided at all costs, even though I'm perfectly fine with boring the shit out of people. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't fine with boring the shit out of people, actually. Bats. And, God. So, funny thing. I have a small pile of smartphones. Don't use a smartphone. Still use, like, an absolutely ancient, Samsung Intensity 2. So, it works. It's got, like, one of those extendable physical keyboards. It's just a very, very simple old phone. I've had it for years. Angel's had, or, you know, my girlfriend's had one for a couple years now. But, like, half the time I had mine, she has managed to destroy hers. So, man, I hope that was still his phone number. Anyway, she's managed to destroy hers. Since she used it for work, I had to throw the screen from mine onto her phone. And that'll be Exvee, hopefully. So that she could actually use it for work. Hopefully, this is the right number still. And yeah, I just feel like, that's back. Hold on. I'm trying to call him. Hopefully this will work. God damn it.
Well, at least it came back.
Yeah, it just kind of figures that of all the nights it doesn't. Alright, so game is still up and everything.
Alright, let me refresh and restart my recording.
Yeah, I kept going because
I wasn't sure how long it was going to go, and
yeah,
with it just sitting on the error screen. I'm also not picking the game back up.
Give it a minute maybe and we'll see. Because I can always back out and restart in a second. I just want to finish taking down these reactors.
Actually, you're showing offline on Evolve.
Alright, so
maybe verify your connection on there.
Alright, let me bring that back up then.
Well, I guess we're going to have mismatched episodes.
Yeah, well, that's bound to happen eventually. Alright, let me leave the party and go back in and see if that fixes it. It's Bond 82's party. Alright.
Okay, I see your IP address on Evolve. Let's refresh this and see what happens.
I was just babbling randomly while stalling for time and trying to wait for the router to come back.
Okay, maybe you should back out of the world and
Alright, give me
relaunch.
1
Because it doesn't seem
second.
to be coming up, and it may have got screwed up because your internet went down.
Probably. Alright, so back out, single player. Wait for it to start up again. I was mentioning, so Angel destroyed her phone at work.
Oh.
Basically, it got so full of dirt and grit from construction sites that it ate part of the way through the ribbon cable that connects to the screen.
Huh.
Since it's a sliding phone that has, a keyboard. And, it came free with our cell phone plan is essentially the reason we have it.
Fair enough.
But...
There we go.
There we go. But, she destroyed... So since she uses that for work, I had to, essentially rip apart my phone and put the parts of her phone in it.
Mm-hmm.
To make sure that, she could actually talk to her boss.
Uh-huh.
And went looking for parts for the phone on eBay. And essentially what we bought was a used drug dealer's phone. Because, I don't know, I don't understand how it works entirely, because I am not an expert. And God, I think there's like 20 Tesseracts in this thing at the end. But, the way it works
I went
is...
my connection lag to clear so I can actually see the stats of the capacitor bank.
Well, due to the fact that these no longer appear to be draining, I'll bet it's mostly full.
It should be.
But, basically, as far as I understand the way it works is they will buy any phone, doesn't matter. Then copy the ESN onto another phone that they can then use on a pay-as-you-go plan.
Mm-hmm.
That way, they, they can just connect and it'll, work and it isn't traceable. So, it's a good thing for, drug dealers to do. So, basically, you can order these, if you just search bad ESN, if you're looking for parts for a phone, you can also, or almost always, find a cheap-ass phone that, is, like, banned from every network in a 1,000-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it is the phone of a drug dealer. So we managed to get, like, a replacement phone, brand fucking new, for $4. I mean, granted, it's an ancient phone, but it's actually apparently a still fairly reliable one that a lot of people use.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is mostly old people, because it's very simple. Input and output. Yep, it is full. Input 0, output 0, because nothing is connected to it.
Yeah, I'm only just starting to get over the connection lag.
Alright, so...
The problem is on my side, it's still showing 0 RF.
Well, on my side it says...
So I know it's not quite there.
It hates you.
Also, you're not here on my screen, so that's kind of also proof.
Alright. Well... I'm gonna grab a Tesseract because we need to hook it up to an output or an output device.
The Tesseract on it is set to send and receive.
Well, something has to be up unless it's using. Alright, but let me check one thing. That would be the smart thing. The side it is connected to is. Because it only has one side, or a block can only be input or output. So we actually have to have an output side on it.
I'm wondering if I should disconnect and reconnect to the server because it's not advancing any.
Might not be a bad idea. Fine.
Watch there then be 2 of me somehow.
I wouldn't be surprised. Alright.
Well, at least I see you here now, but that's not really helping much.
Output. Yeah, because... Alright.
Because nothing's going on.
I'll go back to the reactor and take a look. I mean, it'll probably take a little bit. I don't imagine it should take that long, though, but...
No, it shouldn't.
I don't know. Racist fish. I'm gonna go tear down... So that's right, you can tear these cells down and it never loses their capacity. I forgot that. And it keeps all of the energy stored in them.
Oh, you just moved a little bit, so...
Well, I'm currently outside by the reactor.
Look, baby steps.
Yeah, I know. You moved a little bit. Yes, I did. Very, very far away.
A little bit. It's all relative.
Alright. Let's put that down there. And tearing this down.
Either that or your internet came back poor. And...
It's entirely possible it did. It's Comcast.
I mean, the Skype quality sounds okay.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any roboting or anything like that. Maybe I'll actually stop this video now. That way we can restart everything if we need to. So, yeah, I'll just stop that now.